Thank you for joining me again on the newsroom. I am Jerusha Amarigbo. The Lagos State government has said it will start implementing restriction of trucks and long vehicles to night operations on certain roads. The government said the restriction of containerized trailers and trucks will now be from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Lagos State Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladende, made a disclosure at a stakeholders meeting, adding that the decision was to curb traffic and fatalities caused by articulated vehicles on the roads in the state. And Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Finitri has apologized to the National Youth Service Corps for invasion of the orientation camp in the state by hoodlums. Finitri, who said this while receiving the NYSC Director General Shuaibu Ibrahim at the government house, Yola, described the incident as unfortunate, saying that the state intervened swiftly to fix the damage done and also replace some of the items carted away by the hoodlums. The governor further promised to ensure a conducive environment for corps members whom he said have been contributing to the state's socio-economic development. And the Benue State government has raised an alarm on the massive deployment of cows in the state. State Deputy Governor Benson Abowunu, who disclosed this to journalists in Makurdi, said 376 cows have been impounded for flouting the state's anti-open grazing law, while stating that 6 herdsmen have also been arrested and handed over to the police. The deputy governor also expressed worry over the influx of herdsmen to the River Benue in Agutu and Gwe Works access of the state. In COVID stories, South Africa is expecting the flight carrying its first 1 million coronavirus vaccine doses on February 1st, 2021. Health Minister Zweli Mkhize said this is part of efforts to curb a second wave of COVID-19 driven by a more contagious variant. The country has recorded the most coronavirus infections and deaths on the African continent, with more than 1.4 million cases and over 41,000 deaths to date. Mkhize said that after the 1 million doses arrive at the OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, they will be subject to technical processes, including quality assurance, over 10 to 14 days. In the world of business, the dollar extended gains against most currencies today as the stock market rout triggered by concerns about excessive valuation boosted safe harbors demand for the U.S. currency. Conversely, the euro notched losses after a European Central Bank member warned that interest rate cuts are possible to curb the common currency's recent gains, while Australia and New Zealand's dollar fell against their U.S. counterpart in a sign of declining market confidence. In international, it's another blow to Angolan businesswoman Isabel dos Santos after a French court rejected an appeal by her company, Vidatel. The company of the eldest daughter of the former president, José Eduardo dos Santos, will now have to pay close to $340 million to PT Ventures, which is a former shareholder company owned by Angola's oil firm Sonangol. The court's decision relates to the decrease in the value of PTV shares in telecommunications company Unitel. In the world of sports, Everton and Leicester City shared the spoils with a 1-1 draw in the Premier League's meeting at the King's Power Stadium on Wednesday night. Super Eagles star Wilfred Ndidi started for the Foxes, but had to make way for the Nampei Mendy 3 minutes to the end of the first half to injury. Now, speaking at the press match briefing, Leicester City boss Brendan Rodgers revealed that Ndidi will be assessed in the coming days after picking up a suspected hamstring injury. Leicester City next Premier League match comes up against Leicester United on Sunday, January 31st. And that's it for now on the newsroom. We will be back at the top of the hour for more updates. I am Jerusha Amarigbo.